get right into it. Our first Disney cruise experience and sailing in Concierge. Was it worth the price tag? Well, yes. Would I do it again? Possibly, if it was a longer sailing and it would be an off season. So let me get more into that. So we sailed on a 4-night sailing on the Disney Wish back in October, and it was during the Halloween on the High Seas programming. So the ship was quite packed. It was also during a school break, so ship was quite full, but it didn't seem full in places that we went, which was surprising. But it was full. Um, the price tag, it depends on what you're looking for as a traveler. Let me say that. If you're someone who likes early access to things, especially getting on and off the ship first and having things right at your fingertips, then yes, this is the package for you. I do think that if you're able to have that experience at least once, I would try it, but it's not necessary. So going forward, I think that we would just get a standard veranda, because we had an ocean view veranda concierge room. So I think next time we would just get a standard veranda room, and I think we would be just fine. Now, some high points for me, which I enjoyed, was being able to, prior to sailing, being able to book several activities and excursions before getting on board. So you could contact the shoreside concierge team prior to sailing and have them, like if you had a special request like for alcohol or a certain dessert or some event was going on, or whatever you desired, like something that you wanted in your room, you could contact them and they would have it for you, if able, of course, on board when you arrive. So that was a huge deal. Being able to book the activities and excursions that we did, we probably would not have had access to had we not sailed in concierge, being that we were first time cruisers, and we wouldn't have, they would have all booked up by the time it got to our turn to be able to check in. So we were able to book the mixology class, which was awesome. And we were able to book the Royal Gathering and Bippity Boppity Boutique at some really good times. And there was another, we did not book the cabanas. I know that's always a big point. We did not book a cabana, but that was by choice. My crew, we are beach people, but we're not. So we're out there a pretty good hour on a beach, and then everybody's ready to go. So it just was not worth the money to me to pay for a cabana all day, knowing that we probably were going to be out there an hour. And sure enough, we got to Castaway Cay, and we were there from like 10:30 to 11:45. I kid you not. So I would say if the cabanas are your thing, like if you really want a cabana, then concierge is definitely your way to go. The concierge lounge, that to me was the highlight. Like that's kind of what's swaying me to want to do it again, because that lounge, I like being able to go in there and eat all day. Like I know I know how that sounds, but we would go in there in the morning for breakfast, get our Mickey waffles, of course, but they would also make anything that you wanted. They have a galley on the Wish. The staff was telling us, this was before the newer ships came out, that this was the only one at that time that had a galley, so they would make whatever we wanted. So we would request certain things for breakfast that we wanted. We would go, you could get your coffee, your tea, juices, whatever beverage you wanted at your leisure in the lounge at whatever time. And at the bar, they have a bar, so you get free alcohol between the hours of 5 to 10 if you're a drinker, only between those hours, and you can get as many drinks as you want, or as you care to get. Throughout the day, also in the lounge, they have like small plates, so they'll have like plates of fruit, they'll have like fresh cheeses, meats, they had like sandwiches, there was sushi rolls, there were like several different assorted things, and they also had sweets. They had some cakes and cookies and petit fours and that type of thing in the lounge through the line, and it changed every day. So we really enjoyed that. Like I said, my family stayed in the lounge constantly from breakfast to dinner. The lounge also has like it has ample seating. It also has a deck. It has a sun deck, and it also has like a wave pool up on the sun deck, and it has two hot tubs up there. Which we went in there. We actually did not know about that until we were 2 days into our sailing. So we were able to enjoy the last few days of our sailing. But it was pretty quiet up there. Like they have frozen drinks up there. They have, of course, the sodas, the unlimited sodas in the fridge up there. So they had a lot of, ample ample space for you, so you could go and spread out on the deck without fighting anybody for a deck chair. But even on the main deck, like there was ample seating on the deck. Like that deck was surprisingly, like you weren't fighting for a good seat up there. So that was good. The concierge lounge also has character meets. So if you have the kiddos with you and you want to meet a few characters that you might have missed, during your regular character meet and greets, so you could have met them in there. So they had 2 on our 4-day sailing. Well, 4 that turned into 6 because of the hurricane. We missed one, and then they had another one. So on the 6 days, they had 2. So we got to meet Chip and Dale, but we missed, I think it was Donald Duck beforehand. So that was a plus. I did not know that was a part of it until I got there and asked, because when I got on board, I had a lot of questions for the staff because we were new, and I wanted to know what was not listed on on the website. Like, what else do you all do that we did not that's not listed? So that was one of the things that I did not know about. The early seating into the shows, so that is another benefit under concierge. So you're able to go in right by the stage 45 minutes before showtime. So a concierge team member will walk you down to the theater, and you will get free popcorn and water, and you can go right in the theater 45 minutes before, pick your seat wherever it is. So for the Aladdin show and the Little Mermaid show, we were on the first row for one of them and the second row for the other one. So we were up close and personal at both shows, which I loved. I think I loved it more than the kids, because Aladdin is my absolute favorite. So that was a huge perk. You weren't trying to fight to find a good seat in there. So that was definitely a perk for me. Like I said, it all depends on your preferences. So overall, I think between, like I said, the concierge lounge was a huge highlight for me, and embarkation and debarkation, like getting on the ship first and getting off the ship first. That's a big deal for me on any cruise line. Like, I like getting on first. I don't like waiting for my room. I like being able to get on and go to my room. That's just my preference. And I also like getting off first, because with early flights sometimes, and just being in line, and once your vacation is over, you're just ready to get off. So I think for me, that those are the 2 biggest perks: the lounge and the getting on and off first. The debarkation process was, a concierge team member walks you down. So it took us, in 15 minutes, we were off the ship and headed to our car in 15 minutes. Like, that was the quickest debarkation, that I've ever experienced. So I appreciated that. Like, they had us off that ship in no time. So really appreciated that. I did skip over Castaway Key. Like I said, we're not beach people, so I don't have a lot on that. Like, I liked it, but I don't ever have to go back there again. Like, I'm okay with not going back there. But again, I'm not a beach person, so for those who love the beach, you will absolutely love it. The kids liked it for the hour and 15 minutes that they were there. I think you can do it without a cabana. I think one of the things that I wish that they had included with concierge, like if you didn't want a cabana, like maybe having some other access or some other beach area that concierge guests could use if they are not wanting a cabana for the whole 7 or 8 hours for the whole day. So that would be one of my I won't say complaints, but just suggestions maybe of what could be added. 2 more drawbacks that I feel like should have been included in that price tag, but was not. The Wi-Fi is not included. You get one 24 hours for each person in your cabin. So it was 4 of us. So each day, one of us on one device got free Wi-Fi. I feel like that should be included total in, like everybody should have internet or have Wi-Fi every day in Concierge. That's just a thought. Y'all let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, but I feel like that should be included at that price point. Also, what wasn't included, which should have been, is being able to do laundry. I think that should be included in that price tag. But again, let me know in the comments what you all think, if I'm just being petty, or if you feel like, yeah, I can see that being a concern. So, but yeah, that's my spiel. I would do it again once, probably, if the price was right. But otherwise, I don't think I would. I don't have to have that experience anymore. My husband, if he was on there, he would tell you he doesn't want to do it again. He's like, it was cool for the experience, but we can just do it again, in a standard veranda or ocean view. We don't have to, take that step at that price point and do it again. My kids are going to tell you they absolutely want to do it every single time. But we've already told them that's kind of we'll see. We'll reevaluate. We will reevaluate. But yeah, so you guys let me know in the comments what do you guys think? Like, if you've done it before, if you think it's worth it, if you're thinking about doing it, if you have any more questions, drop it in the comments. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and yeah, I will catch y'all on the next video.